What if I told you that 88% of millionaires became wealthy not because of luck, inheritance, or a special talent, but because of how they think? In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to reveal the 7 psychological shifts that separate millionaires from everyone else. And by the end of this video, you'll have the exact mental blueprint that self-made millionaires use to build wealth. But here's the catch. Most people will watch this video and do absolutely nothing with this information. Don't be most people. If you're serious about changing your financial future, smash that subscribe button and let's dive in. Here's what most people don't understand about wealth. It's not about the money. It's about the mind that creates the money. Today, we're going to rewire your brain for success using proven psychological principles that have created more millionaires in the last decade than any other period in history. The first shift is the most fundamental. Poor people ask, how much does it cost? Rich people ask, how much can I make from this? When you see a new iPhone, you think about buying it. When a millionaire sees a new iPhone, they think about creating the app that runs on it. This isn't just about products, it's about mindset. Instead of being a passenger in the economy, you become the driver. Every problem you encounter becomes a potential business opportunity. Every frustration becomes a chance to create a solution. The creator economy is now worth over $104 billion. These aren't just YouTubers and influencers. These are people who shifted from consuming to creating value. Here's where most people get trapped. They operate from scarcity. There's not enough money. The rich get richer. I can't afford that. Every single one of these thoughts is programming your brain for poverty. Millionaires operate from abundance. They know that money is infinite. It's literally printed every day. They understand that wealth isn't taken from others, it's created. When Jeff Bezos became the richest man in the world, he didn't steal money from you. He created value that didn't exist before. Here's the practical shift. Instead of saying, I can't afford it, start asking, how can I afford it? This single question rewires your brain to look for opportunities instead of obstacles. The difference? One mindset sees problems. The other sees possibilities. This is where discipline meets destiny. The average person thinks about next weekend. Millionaires think about the next decade. Here's a study that will blow your mind. Stanford's famous marshmallow experiment followed kids for 40 years. The children who could delay gratification, wait for 2 marshmallows instead of eating one immediately, were more successful in every area of life. Higher SAT scores, better relationships, lower obesity rates, and yes, more wealth. But here's what's fascinating. This isn't just about willpower. It's about vision. When you have a crystal clear picture of your future wealthy self, present sacrifices become investments, not losses. Practical application. Every millionaire I've studied has a 10-year vision written down. Not goals, vision. They can describe their future life in vivid detail. This clarity makes every daily decision easier. Here's how poor people think, this costs $1,000. Here's how rich people think, this could make me $10,000. Every purchase becomes a question, is this moving me toward wealth or away from it? That $5 coffee every day? That's $1,825 per year. Invested in the S&P 500 with average returns, that becomes $24,000 over 10 years. But it goes deeper than coffee. Rich people invest in themselves relentlessly. They buy courses, hire coaches, attend conferences. Why? Because the return on investment in yourself is infinite. Warren Buffett reads 500 pages a day. Bill Gates reads 50 books a year. They understand that knowledge compounds faster than money. When you invest in your skills, you become more valuable. When you become more valuable, you earn more money. Goals are important, but systems create millionaires. A goal is, I want to make $1 million. A system is, I will create multiple income streams, automate my investments, and reinvest 30% of all profits into scaling my business. Here's why systems are superior. Goals rely on willpower. Systems rely on automation. You don't have to remember to be motivated every day when you have systems working for you. Amazon doesn't succeed because Jeff Bezos wakes up motivated every morning. Amazon succeeds because they built systems that work whether he's sleeping, traveling, or taking a day off. Your wealth system includes automated savings, multiple income streams, reinvestment protocols, and continuous learning schedules. When you build wealth systems, Money becomes inevitable, not accidental. The saying your network is your net worth isn't just clever, it's scientifically proven. Harvard Business School found that 85% of jobs are filled through networking. But here's the deeper truth. 90% of business opportunities come through relationships. Poor people collect friends. Rich people collect value exchangers. Every relationship in a millionaire's network is mutually beneficial. They're not using people, they're creating value for people who can create value back. But here's the shift most people miss. You don't network to get something. You network to give something. When you lead with value, opportunities follow. Practical application. Instead of asking, "What can you do for me?" ask, "What problem can I solve for you?" This single shift makes you magnetic to high-value people. Here's the final shift that separates millionaires from everyone else: their relationship with failure. Most people avoid failure like a disease. Millionaires collect failures like trophies. Did you know that 90% of startups fail? But here's what's interesting. The most successful entrepreneurs have the most failures because they understand that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the raw material of success. Every failure contains information that success cannot teach you. Thomas Edison didn't fail 10,000 times creating the light bulb. He found 10,000 ways that didn't work. The mindset shift. Instead of "I failed," think "I learned." Instead of "this didn't work," think "now I know what does work." This reframe turns every setback into a setup for a comeback. There you have it. The 7 mental shifts that create millionaires. But here's the truth. Information without implementation is just entertainment. The question isn't whether you learn something today. The question is, which mindset shift will you implement first? Remember, you're not just changing your bank account, you're rewiring your brain for wealth. And that's a process, not an event. If this video shifted how you think about wealth, hit that like button. It tells YouTube to share this with people who need to see it. And if you're serious about implementing these mindset shifts, subscribe and turn on notifications because next week, I'm revealing the specific daily habits that millionaires use to maintain these mindsets. Drop a comment below with the mindset shift that resonated most with you. I read every single comment, and your insight might be featured in the next video. Until next time, think rich, act rich, and become rich. I'll see you in the next one.